Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. So, I wanted to talk about navigating our way through our emotions and a cool experience that my husband and I had last night. So, before I get into that, I am going to invite you to check out the link in the comments below to You Are Made to my new book out there that's called You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. And it just is my journey of healing. After hitting rock bottom in 2015, I suffered from anger, suicidal thoughts, depression, resentment, childhood trauma that I didn't know how to get past. And I was just stuck and stagnant and hitting rock bottom with my last suicidal thought, which scared me. And calling on our Savior to help me. And it took several times. And from that point on, I haven't had depression or suicidal thoughts. I have been on this beautiful road of healing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I lay out all the tools and techniques that I came across that I truly feel like God and Christ led me to these tools to help me find more joy in life. And I did it all through them. So check that out. So, navigating through our emotions, it is so important. So, I'm just going to read this paragraph that I have in my book about navigating our emotions. Allow yourself to feel your emotions rather than deny yourself the healing process. It is so healing to process through our emotions. Do not numb or distract yourself to run from your emotions. Recognize your emotions and do a daily evaluation so you can clear any negative emotions that come up. Refer to Carol Trueman's book, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die, to release unwanted emotions that come to the surface. Releasing emotions is so important. It's what's rule it is what is the underlying ruler of our day, right? How we are feeling. Because how we are feeling usually affects the way we love ourselves, love others around us, and just how we are able to handle life. My husband was very leery about releasing emotions. He just thought, yeah, whatever. There's nothing to it. Like, okay, this is weird. But once we did it, he was like, okay, wow, there's something to it because it really works. So we've been releasing emotions for quite some time now. Together, I've been releasing emotions for myself for several years. But for the last 6 months, it's been my husband and I, we do it, and not all the time together, but it has been so healing. In fact, we had a session last night. If you want a cool date night with your spouse, do a releasing emotion session. And maybe you're like, well, I don't know where to start. I should do a class on how to release emotions. It's so cool. But you start with that book, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And it has a bunch of emotions to clear through. But it's awesome because our emotions are like layers of onions on an onion, and there's layers and layers and layers, and you think, oh, I've cleared sadness, or I've cleared grief, or I cleared anger, or I cleared this. There's so many different emotions, right? So things that we think we might have cleared, but it's just a little layer. We have several layers of anger within us. And I'm telling you, if we do not release these trapped emotions, okay, trapped emotions are like the negative emotions, fear, shame, guilt, um, anger, overwhelmed, okay, all those things that we don't like. These emotions put us at dis-ease. It puts us at dis-ease. We're not in our comfort zone. We're not comfortable with them. And we are at dis-ease with these emotions. And if we don't clear these emotions, that dis-ease turns into disease. It's so important to address our emotions and clear them. And a lot of times we have emotions that we are carrying that aren't even ours. It's somebody else's that we have picked up, whether they live with us, a child, a parent, a sibling, whatever. Sometimes we pick these up. So it's important to recognize these emotions and clear them. And she talks about the importance of clearing in the whole, and I won't get into that because I could talk about an hour of the emotions and where they come from and why we must clear, but it's an important tool that will help you um, feel more joy, when we can navigate through these emotions and not stay stuck. Because I was stuck in suicidal thoughts, I was stuck in depression, I was stuck in feeling not enough, I was stuck in shame, I was stuck in guilt, and I was stuck in being overwhelmed and stuck, and not knowing how to deal with it. I dealt with it in a not so good way. I would suppress all these emotions, right? Suppressing them and then putting a lid over it and putting more in and stuffing it, put a lid over it until I can take no more. And boom, I go off like a pressure cooker pot. And so it's important to address our emotions. Our emotions are there for a reason, to let us know where we are at, and use them as teaching moments, not as something negative. Although they are negative emotions and we don't like them, don't treat it as something that's so bad that that we don't want to address it, and we don't want to look at them. Be willing to look at the bad in yourself, because we all have bad, we all have good. And so it's important to address what we don't want and how we don't want to feel and how we are feeling. It's important to address that so we can move forward in a healthy manner. So I just encourage you, and reach out or whatever. I would be happy to teach a class, and I'm wondering, maybe I do a video on releasing emotions. I just had this idea. Maybe that's what I need to do to help people. But put in the comments, maybe there's not a lot of interest in how to release emotions, but I'm telling you, it is healing. 90% of our pain, at least 85 to 90% of our physical pain, is due to trapped emotions. And if we can release these emotions, guess what? It releases the pain. It's incredible. So if there is interest in a class of releasing emotions, I want to hear it in the comments. Put interested in emotion releasing, or whatever you want to call it. But it is amazing. It will have a powerful effect on you and yours, and anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And so God bless you in your healing journey. And please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with others. It is my mission and my purpose to help others in their healing journey. I am wanting to help so many people, because I was in such a dark spot for such a long time. I didn't know how to move forward, and I just was stuck and stagnant until when I woke up and I was able to come to my senses, humble myself, come to God in humility, and ask for a better way. And I'm telling you, if you will ask, you will receive. And so asking those questions. And anyway, we are all on a healing journey, and whether we choose to embark on it or not. But it's not just a one and done thing. It is a day in and day out, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of thought process, and it's worth it. It's worth every ounce and every move and every thought you put into your healing journey, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, pays off in the long run. So God bless, and until next time, we'll be talking to you later. Bye.